Hi, it's Marieta. Thank you so much for tuning in. Today I'm going to talk about how to start your business as a student or someone who just graduated. Let's do it. So this question is actually from Malay, and he asked, what should international student do if he wants to start his own startup in the US? Absolutely amazing question. So what should you do? Well, first of all, if you are already studying and you are still on a valid visa such as F1, J1 or M1, you can start preparing your package. In other words, you can incorporate your business, your LLC or your corporation. You can definitely do that while you're on your visa, but you cannot work. So you can do anything but work. You can actually hire people, but you cannot work because you do not have a valid visa for that purpose. So if you are a student, you are still in school, I say start doing anything but the actual work. Incorporate, find a team of people you want to work with, employ them, and then when everything, all the initial steps are in place, you can either change the status to so-called E2 investor visa or possibly EB5 visa if you have a investment of $500,000 possibly. Now this would be the visa type for you as entrepreneur. Of course, there are other options like getting a green card EB2 category, that is the national interest waiver, if you create a really big startup that is contributing and enhancing the US on the global, actually the national scale. So this is slightly more complicated process than E2, but it's certainly possible. It really depends on what kind of startup you are running or you are about to run. So basically this would be your option. Now, what is E2 visa? I already covered in my previous videos, so you can go ahead and check those videos. In order to get E2, you basically need to invest substantial amount of capital. Now, if you don't have this money, you can borrow the money or receive the money as a gift or use your own money, for example, from savings. The legal source of investment is #1 requirement. If you borrow the money, make sure that you have a loan that is secured. So what does it mean? Like there is some sort of collateral security. If you don't pay off this loan, you will be punished, in other words, in very simple terms. So if you put together the package, you invest substantial amount of capital into your own startup, you can apply for E2. Now you can either change the status or you can go back to your home country. Keep in mind only certain countries are eligible for E2. Only the treaty countries are eligible. If you are not coming from a treaty country, you can do option B, which is L visa, but for that matter you need to start your company overseas in your home country and wait at least a year. Then you can affiliate. You can start affiliate in the US and then transfer sort of yourself under L1A category. Now the good thing about L1A is that you can later apply for EB1 visa, which is a green card. That way you can really become a permanent resident. So really my advice to you is to work on the idea. If you have a startup idea, work on the idea and do everything but execute the actual business. You cannot do the business, you cannot work. You can in fact manage the business if you hire people who will do the actual work. You can hire them and they can do the business, execute the business, but you should not be able to work on F1 visa. Another thing is OPT. The moment you graduate, you can apply for optional practical training, which is a work permit. Now, work permit helps you to find employment, to find the US employer who will hire you later, sponsor you. You can certainly do that and work, but still you can sort of hire yourself, maybe in your company, but this is just temporary solution for 1 year. So you really need to think long term what are your options, such as E2, EB2, L1, EB1. These would be your options. Now, there is also another one, which is called O1 visa, if you are extraordinary in your field. So again, depends on what kind of startup. If you can show the evidence that is strong enough supporting the claim that you are extraordinary in your field, you can get all-one visa, which is also a solution for people, especially those who are not from a treaty country, who cannot really apply for E2, but they are extraordinary in their field. So I hope this video helps. If you have any questions, leave them below this video, and I'll see you in the next one. If you are new to my channel, make sure to subscribe, and if you like this video, like it and share it with your friends. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next week. Bye.